Right, so if you have two people walking from the same intersection and one walks east at 6 miles per hour and one walks north at 1 mile per hour. Okay, so they're creating this right angle here. Okay, and they're communicating with a two-way radio that has a range of 7 miles. And so what that means is at some point, this distance right here, once it gets to 7 miles, they're no longer able to contact each other. Right, and so what this is asking is in how many hours after they start walking will they fall out of radio contact? Well, you don't know the t value, right, but you do know that distance equals rate times time. And so when you're looking for to solve this calculation here, what you can do is if you know their rate, 6 miles per hour and 1 mile per hour, you know they're going to travel the same amount of time. You can simply label this as 6t and this one 1t. Oops. And in order to solve this, you just use Pythagorean theorem. Okay? And you can find what the t value is. So if I had 1t squared plus 6t squared, this is my sum of the squares of the two legs of a triangle is equal to the square of the hypotenuse. Okay? And this is going to be my solution. The key to this, if you're using your calculators especially, is the parentheses. Okay? Now, with the 1, it doesn't matter as much, but what students will tend to forget is if you just wrote 1 or 6t squared without the parentheses around the 6t, it's only going to square the t, not the 6. You need it to square the rate part as well. Okay? And so the calculation for this, if you're going to use your TI-89, is you write that whole equation, solve for whatever the variable is, and that would be your solution. So if I access my algebra, the solve feature in my F2 algebra tab, select solve. Here I'm just going to get in the habit of 1t quantity squared plus, in parentheses, 6t quantity squared. Set that equal to 7 squared, and then solving for t. I'll get my answer. I'm going to go ahead and make sure it's entered as a decimal, so I'm going to hit this diamond button, so my answer is going to display as a decimal. And I get two values, a plus and a minus. I don't need to worry about negative. You're not going backwards in time. All I need to do is find the positive t value. I see that it's 1.1508. If I round it to at least 4 decimal places, and that would be my solution. Oops, this was not seconds, but hours. Okay, and so this would be my solution.